Well, greetings and good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you're joining us from today. We're really excited to be sharing today our presentation on BASIS Bilingual School Shenzhen. This is one of our first, this was the first bilingual school within the BASIS International Bilingual Schools Network, and really excited to present some great information, insights on opportunities here with us at BASIS Bilingual School Shenzhen. For the agenda, we really have a great lineup of individuals from the school who will be sharing their own individual personal insights, their experience in working with the school, and share what they can about what it's like to live in Shenzhen and work with our school there in Shenzhen. As far as what we'll be covering details of the school. We'll touch on aspects of working in the BASIS International Schools Network as a whole. We'll touch on the benefits and visa requirements for career opportunities with us. And then at the end, we will be having a Q&A session. So with that, it gets to be my pleasure to welcome Jenny Pan to our presentation today. Jenny, it's always so great to see you. It was great to be with you and see you at your school last week, and really excited to hear what you have to share with our audience about your wonderful school. So with that, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. It was great to see you, in Shenzhen. Always you remind me about the life in Arizona. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I am Jenny Pan. I'm the head of the school for BASIS Bilingual Shenzhen. I graduated from Arizona State University and many years ago, and worked in Arizona for years, then joined BASIS States. Uh, 2015, I joined BASIS China as one of the founding teachers. So I worked in the international side for 7 years. So this is my 11th year in BASIS China, but 3 years in BASIS Bilingual Schools. So the BASIS Bilingual School, Shenzhen, was established in 2020. And within the 6 years, we have grown into the second largest school in the network with over 1,800 students from grade 1 to grade 12. Okay. Last year, it was the first year we have our senior class with 25 graduates. They are in the different university, especially top universities in states. They are in Cornell, they are in Emory, Wesley, and also all six UC colleges. You know, we are very proud of those students. Even though they went through the COVID time, they still with excel, excellent academic result, and with their a very special, unique personal stories and the talents, getting into those universities. So we are so proud of those graduates, and also how we can get this result. That is because we have very strong teachers team. So for our school, they are 279 teachers. They are classroom teachers with 103, expert teachers. They come from the different background. They have their own teaching experience, but they bring together as a strong team. In our school, we promote the student-centered, classroom teaching experience, not just focus on the knowledges. We also, bring the students with all the different skills in the classroom. So those teachers, they work together as the classroom soul to build the students' knowledge background and also the skills background. They kind of promote the students applied all the different skills in the classroom and outside the classroom. Okay, so and how we can make this happen, and later on my colleagues will share more details with you. But what I want to tell you is it's the teamwork. It's a collaborative school. It's the positive culture on campus. We hold our hands together. We support each other. We learn from each other. We leverage our individual strengths to contribute to the school's teaching, to school's culture, while we learn from each other. So we call ourselves is the Tiger family. That's a name because tiger is our school's mascot. So you can see, then my colleagues wear the tiger shirt with all the very vivid orange color on the screen later on. Okay. So that's our the teachers team. And also let's talk about the students, and BASIS has the accelerated program with a very high expectations on the students' achievement on that part. However, that's not just our focus. We also focus on the students' holistic growth. One of our school goal is to nurture the holistic students' growth. We want them to grow as the person. We want them to have a strong character. We want them to take the responsibilities for themselves. We want them to have the problem solving skills. We want them to keep the resilience, for their life, to be a lifelong learner. For this school year, our first lesson across the school to every single student, to every single teacher is about responsibilities. That's the main thing we focus on. It's about the students' well-being. From this slide, you can see that's all the different activities on campus. We try to give students a lot of opportunity to show their talents, to show the effort that they put into the classroom, they put into the club, they put into their after school activities. You see that we have the students host the Chinese New Year party. We have each end of the quarters, the art displays. We want their drawings. We want the project they made in the classroom to be, showed, displayed on campus, to be seen by the parents, by the teachers. We try to build their competence, have them to understand that, they are the unique one on the campus and they have the potential to be a great, person and to be a great leader in the future. So that's the one of the goal, the holistic students growth. Okay. Then, let's talk like a kind of a campus a little bit. A lot of candidates, they told us from outside the campus, they want to see how big our school is because we are in the central of the Shenzhen, close to the CBD center. So from the street, you won't be able to see how big the school is. What are the professional, facilities we have? But we do have a lot of, great facilities. We have two big gyms, hold the basketball, hold the volleyball court, and we even have like a roof tennis court, and we have a heated swimming pool. We offer the grade 3 to 5. They have a swimming class every single week. And also this swimming pool is also open to our staff families. So like during the weekend after school, they can have the family time in the swimming pool. And we have the field with 200 meters like a track. We host the Biscayne sports for the network, and we have the 500 seat grand theater. We hold a different like event and assemblies. We have like a talent show. We have the Christmas winter concert, and so that's kind of make the very convenient, campus for all the teachers and also students. We also have the 6 labs for the chemistry, biology, and for the physics. So we have the students enjoy the hands-on, the lab in those rooms, with their professional teachers support. So it's enrich the campus so we can hold our very high, quality teaching in the classroom or on the corners around the campus. Okay. So, our school's name is Bilingual Schools, and for the basic China, they are 15 schools around. Always, the candidates ask me, what is the difference between the bilingual schools and the international school? Now, let me tell you, there is no big difference between these two type of the schools because we are part of the BASIS China. We have the same mission. We hold the same expectation. We have the same structure. We share the same assessment, and we have the same outcomes. And for each grade level, the students need to achieve, and we use the same curriculum in the classroom. Okay, the only difference is our students, they hold the Chinese passport, and by the international schools, they have the different the passport. So that's the thing. And also, and a lot of candidates ask me the very relaxed question is, what are the school the calendars? It's the same. All the basic China, we have the same school calendar. We have the Thanksgiving break, we have the Christmas break, so it's the same. And as the head of the schools, I have a lot of things I want to share with you, especially the team. However, I want the team they share their experiences, the personal experience with you, so you can see what the Tiger family means for the BBSC, Basic Bilingual School Shenzhen. So I'm going to pass the microphone to my colleagues. And the first one is our head of the upper school, Mr. Rock. They are going to share more personal experience, more campus life, more classroom teaching experience with you. Okay, but thank you, everyone. I will see you a little bit later.
Hello, my name is James Rock, head of upper primary school at BASIS Bilingual School Shenzhen. This is my 7th year at BASIS, my 4th year at BBSZ. My wife and daughter are with me here in Shenzhen, and my daughter is a successful grade 10 BASIS student. In addition to being a BBSZ manager, I'm also a grade 4 math teacher. So I'm in the classroom every day as a teacher. I love having perspective as a BASIS manager, a BASIS teacher, and a BASIS parent. All 3 roles serve me well when I talk about our school. BBSZ Upper Primary has 8 sections of grade 4 students and 8 sections of grade 5 students. So that's 400 students and over 60 teachers. My biased viewpoint says it's one of the most critical periods of childhood development and educational growth, where students transition from young learners in a play-based environment to getting ready for middle school with the maturity, critical thinking skills, and focus to concentrate on academics. We follow the traditional BASIS LET-SET model, where a local hire LET or learning expert teacher is with the students most of the day as a general teacher, providing overall classroom management, pastoral care, and sharing in the teaching responsibilities. An Expat SET, or subject area teacher, specializes in math, science, history, or English, and they come into the classroom every day to share instruction through co-teaching. Let's talk about BASIS students. Parents send their children to a BASIS school based on our reputation for producing high school graduates that go to the best universities in the world. And while academics are important, fostering well-rounded, compassionate young adults with strong character and high ethics is as important. BASIS has the proven educational model with a stable network of schools. Our school leader, Jenny Pan, creates a culture of BBSC by setting the tone of excellence and expectations. It's very simple. Be professional, be committed, be excited to enter your classroom every day to teach your students. When we talk about the atmosphere at BBSZ, it's our teachers helping their students succeed. By hiring the right teachers, we already have half of what we need. Proven teaching professionals with strong pedagogical skills. Our team of teachers demonstrate mutual respect and have the shared goal of increased student achievement. There's a strong sense of teamwork. They teach engaging lessons to highly motivated students. They're able to leverage the resources of our network with dozens of teachers teaching the same grade level and subject. Here's what I mean. Every subject area at BASIS campus has a department chair who's an experienced teacher that leads a grade level team. In upper primary, we have a humanities chair, math and science chair, fine arts chair, and PE and sports chair. They are the campus leaders on curriculum and teaching specific to their grade level and subject area. Together with the teachers, our chairs are supported by a CAD, or course advisor. This person is highly qualified and experienced BASIS classroom teacher who is recognized as the curriculum expert in the network, one person that represents a grade level subject across all schools. They lead monthly meetings to promote consistency between every BASIS school. By the way, 3 of the 4 grade 4 network CADs are here at BBSZ. As an example, I mentioned I teach grade 4 math. Not only can I talk to my grade level partners, there are 3 grade 4 math teachers at BBSC, but we have weekly meetings as a team with our department chair and monthly meetings with our network CAD. If I need help for reteach or extension activities on, say, multiplying or dividing decimals between my grade level partners, my chair, my CAD, plus the dozens of other grade 4 math teachers across the network, I guarantee I can get some new ideas. Our structure as a collaborative network is one of our greatest strengths. I feel our support of new and veteran teachers with the awareness of horizontal and vertical alignment is unmatched by any international teaching community. And someone may think that's what everybody says, but we can back it up with the key student data points and our teacher retention rate at BBSC. Our teachers sign renewal contracts because they feel supported. They like the sense of community. They like being part of a positive, student-centered learning environment. And they like being in classrooms where students are eager to learn. And they, as teachers, feel empowered and supported to be the best teachers they can be. If someone asks why choose BBSZ, what makes us different, I'd say it's that shared sense of commitment and purpose from Ms. Pan. This campus just celebrated their 5th year, so we're still a young school. We have built this school, and each year we elevate our data and our standings. There's a sense of ownership by teachers. Our team likes being part of that upward trend, and we work together to push it higher. If that's what you're looking for, let us know. Allow me to introduce Mr. Michael Gonzalez, head of lower primary schools.
Thank you, Mr. Rock. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're watching. My name is Michael James Gonzalez. I am the head of division for lower primary, that's grades 1, 2, and 3 here at BASIS. I am now in my 4th year at BASIS and my 3rd year as working as head of division. A little bit about myself is I started my teaching career in 2004 as a Peace Corps volunteer, teaching in villages in Bangladesh. It's from that time that I understood and I learned about my passion for teaching and education, but also my passion for learning about different countries, different cultures, and different languages. And it's that passion that has brought me here to BASIS to learn more about the culture of China, the culture of our students, and more importantly, as Mr. Rock just mentioned, the strong culture that we have as a BBSC Tigers team. And I'm going to be happy to share that with you today. One of the things that you may be familiar with is many of you probably know that at BASIS we have a very rigorous curriculum. But there's more to us than just that. We also offer holistic student growth. And our culture as teachers and as a Tigers BBSA community extends out to our students. Here at BASIS, we have something that we call our PBIS, or Positive Behavior Intervention Systems. And that's bolstered by our Tigers values. So Tigers, capital T-I-G-E-R-S. So these Tigers values each represent an important aspect of our culture and community for our students. The first one being teamwork, second being integrity, third being goal-driven, fourth, excellence, fifth, resilience, and then finally, service. All these different attributes are taken care of and connected within our teaching and our lessons. We emphasize these values on a daily basis, not just inside the classroom, but outside the classroom. Students are rewarded for exhibiting those positive values and actions that are connected to teamwork, that are connected to excellence, that are connected to resilience. We continue to highlight the importance of these values. If you look around our schools, if you look around our classrooms, you'll see the different decorations, you'll see the different posters up that highlight the importance of all these values. So students are surrounded by these positive messages that help to bolster their self-confidence, but also for them to understand the expectations at our school on a daily basis. In addition, we create more spaces at the primary level for students to understand more about themselves and how to interact in a positive manner with those around them through our morality classes and also our mental health lessons that happen on a bi-weekly basis. These are classes where students can learn more about themselves and how to take care of their mental health, but then also how do they take care of others within that community? How do they take care of others within the classroom? In addition, as Mr. Rock mentioned and Ms. Pan mentioned, we also have a grand theater where we often hold assemblies. In these assemblies, our students have an opportunity to share about how they exemplify those Tigers values on a daily basis, what they do in the classroom, what they do outside the classroom, what are they doing outside the community. And I'm happy to say that between our different divisions, between lower primary, upper primary, middle school, and high school, we create opportunities where all ages of different students can interact with each other and learn from each other, especially in our middle school and high school levels, where they act as role models for our younger students and teach to our younger students how to exemplify these Tigers values. With this type of culture, what we've been able to do is create a student population that I am happy to say any teacher would be happy with teaching. I've been working here now for my fourth year, and I have to tell you, we have such wonderful students. They're a joy to teach. And I think any of the teachers that you're going to meet in this session are going to feel the same way. They can't wait to see you. They cannot wait to learn from you. They cannot wait to learn from your experiences. So my hope is that after watching this video and listening to what we have to say, I hope that you can join us and experience what we experience on a daily basis, is that how, as Mr. Rock said, we've transferred that positive culture that we have amongst ourselves as a team and have put that into our student community. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. Next up, I'd like to introduce a good friend, a colleague of mine, Mr. Wayne Butterworth, the vice head of middle school. Wayne?
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Never an easy task following on from Mr. Michael. Tough ask, but we'll try our best. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to our webinar. As mentioned, my name is Mr. Wayne Butterworth, and I am the vice head of middle school. Born and raised in West Yorkshire, England, and brought up as a Halifax Town football fan, the two-time FA Trophy winners. I've been in education for 20 years, That includes spells in England, Qatar, and China. This is my 4th year here in Shenzhen and at BASIS Bilingual School. I'm here with my wife of 13 years. She's out of Turkey, and my little cat, Bonnie. Listen, it's absolutely fabulous to have your company today. And I'm really excited to talk you through our middle school and high school structure, and then take you through our sports and activities and events programs. Let's jump in. Touching upon our mission here at BASIS Bilingual, we provide exceptional teaching and faculty mentoring and provide a transformative education with a cutting-edge curriculum. We create pathways of excellence, setting and achieving clear targets and goals, providing our graduates with fundamental skills to be leaders in their future world. In our middle school, we have our accelerated American Common Core curriculum, a key phase of learning. This is where we help our students to build those key foundational skills. And just to give you an example of some of the skills we look to embed, for example, if we take a look at our grade 8 English, in reading, analysing literacy and informational readings, citing recorded evidence, evaluating rhetorical devices, and formulating text-based questions. In writing, producing well-organised, argumentative, and critical essays that support claims with analysis and evidence. Our middle school programs are rigorous and well-planned, and they target the key skills required to set students up to be successful in our high school AP program. Now, we recognise the middle school is a pivotal period of personal development and where academic pressures increase, and we place great importance on the social and emotional well-being of our students. To support this, our dedicated mental health department and deans provide a multi-layered support system, including academic enhancement sessions for targeted feedback, grade level assemblies, guidance through our dean's office, and available one-to-one support if needed. We also believe in enrichment beyond the classroom, support students' well-being, and I will come to this during the second half of this presentation. As touched upon in our high school, we offer an extensive AP program with over 15 courses, including Calculus BC, Statistics, Chemistry, Physics, English Language, English Literature, European History, and World History. Our broad range of subjects build skills, including analysis, synthesis, modelling, interpretation, evaluation, investigation, and justification. At BASIS Bilingual, we ready students to fully engage in the dynamic, exciting, and unpredictable world of the 21st century. Students who learn at BASIS Bilingual come to love learning and value the pursuit of deeper understanding. And just to share with you some of our grade 12 results from this summer, UK top 5 acceptances included Imperial College London, University College London, and the University of Edinburgh. US top 30 acceptances included Cornell University, University of California, Los Angeles, University of California, Berkeley, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and Emory University. A fantastic achievement for our first ever grade 12 cohort. As mentioned,
We believe education extends beyond the classroom, and that enrichment supports the development of the whole child, building those essential life skills. I'm pleased to share with you that our sports program kicked off their new campaign in August. This year, we are proud to be fielding over 20 competitive teams, including the 4 core district sports: badminton, basketball, football, and volleyball. We run competitive teams in athletics, netball, swimming, tennis, table tennis, and I think just mentioned there swimming. These have competitive teams at under 9s, under 11, under 14s, and under 19s. And by starting our sports program with the under 9s, we are looking to create a pathway into sport from lower primary up to high school. We are entered into the local international schools league and compete against other schools in the region. And we're preparing right now for 2 upcoming network competitions in November. We will compete against fellow Southern BASIS schools. That's high school and middle school basketball and volleyball. And then the big one is in March, where we compete in a 3-day festival of sport. This one competing against all our network community of schools. That's a 3-day event at multiple locations in Shenzhen in several different sports. Some of our teams are coached by staff outside the PE department, so there's plenty of opportunity to take on a coaching role. And I think this may have been mentioned earlier in the webinar. If not, I'll repeat. We also have a seniors sports team on campus where our staff play competitive games against neighbouring schools. Not here just to make up the numbers. Our Rolls-Royce football team took the league title last season, making a real name for themselves in the local community. So yeah, plenty of exciting sport on campus and within the community, and lots to get involved in. Over the course of the academic year, we run over 200 ASAs after school activities. Some of these include Model United Nations, Junior Scientists, Chess Club, Computer Design, Jazz, Spanish Orchestra, gardening, crafts, percussion, cheerleading. We have an environmental club, coding, aquatics, and French, just to name a few. Our staff design their own clubs and are often based around their own interests and talents, making for such a popular program here at BASIS Bilingual. With regards to events, we have a stacked school-wide event calendar that boasts a number of exciting annual in-school events, such as Pi Day, Earth Day, Sports Days, Science Fair, Science Ambassadors Day, charity fairs, art exhibitions, award ceremonies, drama performances, music festivals, and Children's Day. Created by our talented subject departments, and often with the support of our fantastic student council, our students always have something to look forward to and get involved in. In addition to our in-school events, is the opportunity for our students and staff to get involved in our network-wide events. These include all our BASIS schools traveling and competing against each other in competitions such as band event, network choir, speech and debate competitions, drama performances, and as mentioned, BIBSCO, our 3-day sports festival. Whether it be the academics or the enrichment, there's lots of fantastic work going on here at BASIS Bilingual, and it's truly a wonderful place to work. Alyssa, this has been super smashing great. I'm now going to pass on the baton to Mr. Barry, who has been sat patiently waiting next to me for the past 10 minutes. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to meet you in person soon. Thank you very much.
Right, so my name is Barry Bowman. I'm the chair of high school social studies and teach grade 9 and grade 10 history here at BBSC. I'm originally from the UK. I grew up in New Zealand for my primary school and then in America for my high school and undergraduate before returning back to the UK to do my master's and my teacher training. Before coming to BASIS, I was a teacher in Glasgow, Scotland for 8 years in a high school just outside of Glasgow. And coming to BASIS was a big decision for us. I came with my family, with my wife and my 2 young kids, and they were really kind of a big primary driver in us making this decision. And just a little bit about their experience. As a parent of 2 young kids at BASIS, I've seen exactly what the team have here been talking about in terms of nurturing the whole child. So their academics are obviously outstanding. Watching them both learn to read has been a fantastic experience. But also just seeing their confidence grow and seeing how they're learning about what integrity means and how to be a good friend with social skills. And you can see a little bit of that in some of the pictures that are on the slides there. That's my daughter Belle and my son on their first day of grade 1 in kindergarten. And so they've had kind of the outstanding experiences that have been talked about so far in the presentation. In terms of my own professional kind of growth, I think one of the things that I wanted to highlight is just how BASIS supports that. So right from the get-go, I was nervous because I was coming from the Scottish curriculum and I never taught the American curriculum before. But right from the start at the Summer Institute, which is a week-long training program, BASIS supports you in becoming familiar with how BASIS runs and what you need to know for the curriculum. And as is mentioned, you have a great network of CADs and chairs who are going to support you through that process. And so that collegial atmosphere of being able to work together and kind of gain that support from other professionals has been, so helpful for me personally. Returning back to specifically BBSZ, one of the things that I love about the team here is that they are so astute in recognizing the gifts and the certain aspects of different people's teaching that would be useful to be shared with other people. So whether that's someone who is excellent at classroom management or someone who has, outstanding collaborative activities in the classroom, the team here will highlight that, and on our professional development days, the staff will get the opportunity to lead sessions. So myself and other of my friends and colleagues have got the opportunity throughout the year to participate in that, which has been huge for our own kind of professional growth and for all the experience that we've had together, learning just how to become better teachers. So the other thing that you might get the opportunity to do, which I took on, was conduct MAP testing, which is the English language testing program for prospective students. And that gives you a really good insight into, the types of students that are applying to become a part of our BASIS family. Beyond that, I think the biggest thing that has helped my professional growth has been being appointed chair. So I came just as a normal teacher, but last year was graciously given the opportunity to take on the chair role, which has been great, just being able to collaborate with the administrative team and also to build my own team within the high school social subjects department. So I think being part of BASIS is huge for professional growth. It's one of the things that I noticed when I first arrived here, is that they care about each and every individual teacher really becoming the best version of themselves they can. And I've seen that in my own career and in the career of my colleagues. And so I think that emphasis on collegial aspects of working together, becoming the best that we can be, and really kind of that family atmosphere of support and nurturing has been so kind of helpful for us. So I'd next like to pass over to my colleague, Rebecca Flavin, who is going to tell you a little bit more about her experience here at BASIS.
Thank you, Barry. Hello, everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm from Ireland, and I have been teaching internationally for 15 years. I've taught in Switzerland, I taught in Beijing before, then I went to Uganda, then to the Philippines, and now I find myself back in the wonderful Shenzhen in China. So I would like to, I'm here in BASIS as a new teacher. I'm a grade 5 English teacher. So I would like to share just my own personal experience as a new teacher who started here in July. So I would like to start by talking about the ever important HR department, who are your first port of call as a new teacher. They're representing the school. And so I would like to dedicate my talk today to them. You know, as new teachers, we take a huge risk, and it's a leap of faith when we accept a job in a new country and in a new school. We can read about it, we can research, but we still are not sure what it looks like on the ground. So I'd like to share with you the moment that I knew, I was certain I made the right decision in accepting the job here. And that was even before I arrived, and that was with HR. So they asked me, they say, okay, you need to get this thing called an apostille for your police clearance in the Philippines and for your degree. For me, I'm thinking, an apostille? What's an apostille? To let you know, it's a stamp, a particular stamp of authentication. But at this point, I'm living in Boracay, a very small island in the Philippines. I'm thinking, how on earth do I go about getting an apostille? But I say, okay, let me research and I'll find out. Within the hour, HR have sent me an email where they have outlined where I need to go in Boracay, not even in Boracay, it's the mainland in a small town called Iloilo that nobody has heard of. They tell me that's where I need to go. They send me the link to set up an appointment. They tell me this is what you need to do step by step. Okay, not only that, I also need an apostille for my degree. I'm thinking, okay, how on earth do I go about that? And again, they said in this email, they outline how I do that in Ireland, but not in Dublin, which is the capital city that everybody knows about, but my city, which is Cork, lesser known. So they have researched how to go about doing this in these really unknown places. And now I know exactly what to do. I'm confident, I get it done, easy peasy. So for me, this was the moment where I thought, wow, they are they're really detail oriented, but also I'm getting a level of individual attention that I have not gotten before from a school. So that showed me that this school is, you know, professional and that they're going to take care of me. So that was, for me, outstanding. That's before I even arrived. Then on arrival, they collect me from the port. I decided to live on campus, so they bring me straight to my apartment. The apartments are new, modern, spacious. I think you can see a picture of the apartment on the slide. Huge windows with phenomenal views of Shenzhen. And on top of that, they have waiting for me bread, water, eggs, milk, toilet paper. They even have pots, brand new pots, pans, cutlery. I mean, it was again, the attention to detail was just so impressive. And again, I felt I'm being taken care of. This leap of faith that I've taken has been a positive move for sure. So I'm not worried. That first night, I slept soundly. I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm in a good place. Then they took us that whole week. You know, it was a chill week. HR took care of everything. We had our SIM card set up for our phones. We went to the bank to set up our accounts. They took us to the medical center. They even took us to Walmart and IKEA to go shopping. So that first week, by the end of it, we are well and truly settled into our life in Shenzhen. So that leads then, we're ready now to actually get to work. So we start training in the Summer Institute, I know you've heard this mentioned before, but this is an institute where all the new teachers from all the schools across the network, we all meet, we all come together to learn about BASIS, the mission and the vision of BASIS and how it's implemented in the classroom. This was also a great experience because, you know, we're meeting people who are in the exact same boat as I am. That is, we're all new teachers, so we're all learning at the same time, you know, BASIS and how it works. It was also great because we could visualize what the classroom looks like in BASIS. What are the expectations of teachers in the classroom, the expectations of the students as well. So by the end of that week, I'm feeling confident that I know what BASIS is all about and how to deliver the curriculum. And then week 3, now it's time to get down to the true nitty gritty, and that's the week of on-site training. That's when I meet more of my team, meet more of the leadership here in the bilingual school. And again, it was nothing but a sense of professionalism, but also a sense of support and, you know, safety and security. My team that I work with, there's 4 of us who are grade 5 English teachers. They are amazing. Michael, Dave, Laura, Joe, they're incredible. They shared all their resources with me from the very beginning. You know, we meet all the time, we're talking all the time. How are you getting on with this? How did that work out for you? They share their ideas with me, but also I can give suggestions to them, and it's a back and forth, it's reciprocal like this. And it's one of the closest teams that I have worked with, considering I'm a new teacher. I'm not here that long, but I feel like like part of the team, like an integral part of the team already. So the leadership here as well, you know, there's my chair, Jose, he is also extremely supportive. Any kind of question, I feel I can ask him. And also the head of division, Mr. Rock in my case, and of course, Miss Jenny Pan, all of whom are very open, very supportive. They want to develop you professionally. They're invested in developing you professionally. I think, yeah, that brings me to the end of my my talk on the new teacher experience. So I mean, just to say, I highly recommend this place. So do apply and join our team, please. Yeah. So I'm going to hand you over now to my colleague Camden, who's going to talk about life in Shenzhen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Well, I don't know if that hasn't sold you. I'm not sure I can convince you. What an amazing story. Good morning, everybody. My name is Camden Porchita. I am really excited to be here today to talk to you about family and life in Shenzhen. I am originally from South Africa. I have been with the BASIS network since 2017. I moved over with my husband and 2 children. We took a huge leap into the unknown in 2017, but wow, the best decision we've ever made. Back then, my daughter Tatum was only 3 years old, and she started in pre-K 1. And Jaden was 6 years old, and he started in grade 1. Fast forward to today, Tatum is now in grade 6 and Jaden is in grade 9. One of the biggest things we were worried about when moving to China was losing our family traditions or our country's traditions. And this has not happened. We still celebrate Christmas the same way we would have celebrated Christmas back home. We still play sports like rugby the same amounts of time that we would play it back home. We have South African gatherings and barbecues, or we like to call them bras, but or at least once a month. So our South African roots and traditions have not been lost. We have now just taken on a lot of new family traditions. And that is something that we have really enjoyed, blending with local culture. One thing I really, really love about Shenzhen is that it is a very modern, cosmopolitan city. Um, the lack of Chinese I have is proof of that. I've never felt limited in the city. Everything I need is so readily available. Hong Kong is just across the bay, 1 quick hour ferry trip, and you are there. So making travel very, very easy. Life here is full of rich experiences. Over the years, I have traveled Asia extensively. One of our favorite memories is celebrating Chinese New Year with dragon dances. We have Thanksgiving dinners, and we dress up for Halloween every year. Living here, we have made a community of friends that have now become our extended family. At BBSZ, the school supports a multicultural lifestyle. If you are looking for a place where you are part of a world-class education and inclusive and nurturing environment, then this is for you. My kids have grown not only academically, but personally as well. If you are ready to be a family like ours, then I would highly recommend joining our school. Thank you. I'm going to pass you over back to Jenny Pan.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Hey, that's kind of for the tiger families. So Tim, please.
I really appreciate everybody sharing those insights. It's really great, and Jenny, you can really tell that you have a very strong sense of team and teamwork and togetherness that you have there. I'll ask my questions on the Q&A portion as well. But I've got a couple of things I want to touch on as well as a follow-up. So really great insights that your team has shared. So thank you for sharing all those great things.
Thank you.
So it gets to be my pleasure to touch on some aspects of teaching with BASIS International Bilingual Schools. One of the things that has been touched on is that you are joining a network of individuals who work across some of the highest performing schools in all of China. You can see some of the schools here in China, but the BASIS Curriculum Schools Network does consist of both the BASIS International and Bilingual Schools in Asia, as well as the BASIS Independent Schools in the United States. Well known and recognized as some of the top schools around the world. The network is founded on the BASIS curriculum, which really sets strong foundations in the early years of education, in our early childhood education. It's a play-based learning where students learn through play, through interaction, through exploration and discovery. And then moving into the primary model, we do have a co-teaching model where we have a learning enhancement teacher and the subject expert teacher. It's a model of co-teaching that really supports the individual needs of the students and provides great, deep, interesting, engaging lessons for the students at a primary level that it starts to accelerate their learning. So that by the time they come into the middle school grades, they are taking more accelerated courses of what you would typically see in many high schools. They delve deep into the sciences. They start participating in biology, chemistry, physics concurrently. They really understand and see the interrelationships among the sciences. And the math curriculum also is an accelerated pace to support the learning that they have across the other sciences. So you see a lot of interconnections between the subjects. In the high school courses, they are taking AP courses. But we not only have our students take AP courses, but they go beyond AP courses as well. In many cases, you'll see a lot of our graduates completing 10 to 12 AP courses to the time that they are with us. And you heard about the college acceptances and a lot of the great results the students have been able to attain. In terms of what that looks like, this last year, and this is across the network as a whole of all of our schools in China, 98% of all of our graduates were accepted into top 50 US universities and international equivalents, and 74% of our graduates were accepted into top 30 US universities and international equivalents. You can see some of the examples of schools that our students are attending. Wayne had touched on some of the specifics of the graduates, first graduating class of our school, BASIS Bilingual School in Shenzhen. But it really yields great opportunities for our students. It really kind of comes down to the work that the teachers do in providing an exceptional education and helping the students attain those great results. So to talk a little bit more about what it's like to teach with us in China and at our schools, I'll turn things over to Heather Blonsky, who's the international recruiter who works directly with our school here in Shenzhen. Heather.
Hi, thank you so much, everyone. As Tim said, I'm Heather Polonsky, and I am on the recruitment team. So at this point, you may be thinking, why go to China? Well, China is a great place to teach. Education is highly valued here. Teachers are respected in the community, and education itself is a top priority. Life in China is also very convenient and modern. Most things from paying bills to getting around town are done on your phone. Transportation is easy and efficient. Subways are clean, and apps like Didi, China's version of Uber, make getting around fast and really affordable. China is also a fantastic place to experience a new culture. It's a unique blend of deep history and modern innovation. You can explore ancient landmarks, local festivals, and my personal favorite, amazing food. And because of China's central location, weekend trips to other parts of Asia like Japan, Thailand, or Vietnam are super easy. Finally, the cost of living is so reasonable, even in big cities. Many teachers are able to save a significant portion of their salary while living comfortably, which is a huge benefit. We also have a really supportive HR team. Rebecca touched on a little bit of this earlier, so I'm just going to explain a little bit more. So our HR team in China is truly one of a kind. Upon accepting a position at BASIS, the HR team will be with you every step of the way to ensure that your transition to China is smooth and enjoyable. They will help arrange your flights in and out of China, pick you up from the airport, and drive you to your apartment. They'll help set up your banking, phone apps, and assist with finding nearby stores and restaurants you enjoy. Their goal is to make sure that you're set up for success right away in your new home. Now, what else is in it for you? So our expat package is robust. First, we cover travel benefits, including flights to and from China at the start and end of your contract, plus airport pickup. Next, health and tuition benefits are provided and fully paid, ensuring you and your dependents are taken care of. We also handle housing. Your accommodations are prepared before you arrive, and our HR team helps you get set up with everything from banking to residence permits. They want you to feel comfortable and ready to succeed from day one. Lastly, we offer retirement plans and bonuses, giving you an additional financial security while working with us. Now, these are some of the requirements that we expect when we're looking for teachers at BASIS International Schools. First off is a degree in the subject that you're teaching. For example, if you're teaching English, I am looking for somebody who has an English degree or English language and literature, something related. This ensures that you have a strong foundation and subject expertise in what you're teaching. In addition to that, we do require a minimum of 2 years of full-time teaching experience. You should have been the teacher of record for at least 2 years. Also, we want teachers who have a passion for teaching. We're looking for educators who are passionate about their subject and teaching and committing to helping our students reach their full potential. Engaging young minds and inspiring a love of learning is at the heart of what we do. Another huge part about being a BASIS teacher is collaboration. Teachers work across grades, subjects, and even campuses. One highlight is our Summer Institute, and it's amazing to see the dedication of our teachers and how everyone helps each other succeed. The network truly supports your growth as an educator. We also have really high academic standards, and we need teachers who are willing to work hard, elevate their colleagues, and contribute to a culture of excellence. You also need to be able to engage students of varying abilities. Differentiating your instruction and adapting to a diverse classroom environment is really important. Finally, there are some visa restrictions, and it does change sometimes without notice, and it can vary by role and sometimes change from year to year, and sometimes without a lot of notice. Because of this, we do rely on our HR department to provide us with the most up-to-date guidance so that we can advise you accurately regarding eligibility and next steps. Hey, when it comes to working at BASIS, there are a few things to keep in mind. Most of our students are local Chinese students, and English is their second language, so differentiating your instruction is really, really important. Flexibility is key. We have strong systems in place, but we adapt as needed to ensure the best experience for all of our students and teachers. And if you're bringing any children with you, they should also be ready for the rigor of a BASIS education so that we can make sure it's a fit for the entire family. Overall, it's a supportive, high-achieving, and collaborative environment where you can grow professionally while living in an amazing country. If you want to find out more information about BASIS International Schools, or if you'd like to see what jobs we have open right now, you can visit our career site. You can also read our blog and read some of the experiences of real BASIS teachers. And you can even join our talent community and sign up for job alerts. If you're waiting for a certain position to open, you can sign up for alerts and be notified when we have a role open up that suits your interests. And with that, I am going to turn it back over to Tim for our Q&A.
Right. Thanks, Heather. Thanks for sharing those insights. So again, for any of you that have questions, go ahead and use the Q&A button at the bottom, submit your questions, and we'll get those answered. But before I ask those questions, I do have a couple of questions. So a couple of things that stood out. In fact, James, you had mentioned the high retention rate. So Jenny, my question was about, you've had a very high retention and renewal rate of teachers, staying with your school. What would you say are some of the greatest reasons why that has been the case? Why do people continue to stay with BASIS Bilingual School Shenzhen when their contracts are up?
That's a good question. We are also, ask this question to the teachers, why, you want to stay here for so long. But definitely from our part, we want the stability for the school, right? We want the teachers, they understand the curriculum, they understand the students, they provide the high quality for that. But what teachers told us, they like the cultural positive. They see their personal growth, from the green, from the very experienced teachers, they learn from each other. So they feel this is the place, they can contribute a lot. Meanwhile, they see the something they want to learn and they can gather from the others. I think the teamwork makes them feel this is the best place for them as a professional side. On the other part is family life. It's they can, those teachers who have the kids, they want to also have them to receive the high quality, education. So they not just on the academic part and also for the personal part with the characters. So they like the family life in Shenzhen. They like the kids receive the high quality education. So I think that's the two main reasons we have very high teacher retention rate 87. That's very high.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, it really is exceptionally high. So I just love hearing about some of what you're doing because people really do enjoy staying and continue to work there. It's great. Great. Well, one of the things I also really appreciated was, the school had opened in 2020, right at the start of, and then continuing through COVID. And despite, so many, challenges across the world for schools through COVID, your school continued to grow, and not only grow, but thrive. You talked a little bit about, the students being really resilient and the results that they have been able to see. Is there anything you can speak to maybe just a little bit more about what has made the difference? I mean, this is really quite exceptional students coming into a new program during that time frame on a global basis have had been at a slowed pace, but your students have accelerated and just again thrived in the environment. What can you attribute some of that to, with that resilience and what they've been able to accomplish and achieve?
Yeah. Mr. Rocky, you want to share or you want me to share?
I'll let you start, Miss Pat.
Yeah. You know, I always kind of told the team what from the COVID time, what we learned the most value is the resilience. Because as like a team you just shared, it was a tough time. It was a very challenging period. Everyone faced the same, the issues for their, professional life, for their personal life, especially for the students. But at that time, what we told the teachers and the students, they are the some outside environment. We won't be able to change. No one can do what we can do for the COVID. However, we can hold our hands together, right? We can put our professionalism on the ground. We still, came to the school. We teach the students in the classroom. We told them this is what happened in the society. However, we needed to put our hand, our head and our heart down. We need to still focus on the classroom teaching. We still need to build the students the skills. We still need to build the students characters. So one of the for the last school year we had our graduates. My graduation speech is power of the resilience. We kind of recall the scenarios what happened during the COVID, but how we can persistent keep our strength, right? Keep our the professionalism in the classroom, focus on the students learning, guide them through those difficult time and tell them what we need, how we need. No matter what, we need to keep moving on, right? We cannot only focus on the difficulty part. We need to focus on the growth. Not one, even just one step, the achievement, even just one step like a growth, we need to celebrate it. We need to build the confidence. We need to build the positive attitude. That's how we hold the hands together as a Tiger family went through the toughest time. So that's from my part, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Patton. Tim, every school during COVID had distance learning or online learning, and we were no different than that. There were times when it was 2 or 3 months before we would see kids face to face because we were teaching online. But as difficult as it was, we still established those personal connections with the kids online through that digital connection. We still were teaching live lessons to the kids. And so we were able to maintain that connection with the families and with the students. And I think one of the biggest reasons was because of the educational model that we use in primary, where we had the local higher LET and the SET. So language was never a barrier or an issue because we had both a Chinese speaking teacher and an English speaking teacher. And when it's online communication with kids that are, especially the young learners, they're able to make that connection with the teachers and with our school. And that way, when they came back into the campus, we already had that connection and the routines and the communication established with the kids. And I think that really minimized the disruptions of the COVID online learning.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, and it's certainly through the COVID period, but it's even after things have continued to go even better at a higher rate than what you typically see in most students since that period of time. One thing you had mentioned, this kind of leads to one of the questions that we do have, talking about English assessment. So students coming in, obviously, the English skills need to be pretty good. How do you go about assessing the English language skills of students as you go through the admissions process?
We, so as a part of the network, we actually use the map test to assess the students' enrollment test. So we kind of specifically focus on the reading and also the language usage. So that's how we check the students the English acquisition and also the English proficiency levels. However, the reason the English is very important is it just for our school, except the Chinese courses, so all other courses are taught in English. So we do need the students to have the proficiency levels. But we are not just testing the students, we also providing the support to the students and the teachers. For example, on our campus, we promote every teacher is also the English teacher. So they need to teach the vocabularies in the classroom, focus on the oracy part. So give the students a lot of opportunity in the environment classroom, okay, have them guide those terminologies or the social vocabularies, social interactions with the teachers, with their peers. So that's how we promote the student English proficiencies from a very early age. So that's two parts, assessing the students and also providing the students support. We also have the EL department on campus. Those teachers focus on some a little bit low level the students, give them actual support during the class with the push in, and also give them a pull out support with individual focus and try to build their foundations, give them foster their skills, have push them to the middle school and high schools with the high levels English proficiency.
Right, thank you. Another question that this kind of came in early. I think it was probably answered. The question was, with it being a bilingual school, can my daughter attend the school even though she's not Chinese? I think that was answered with multiple people who have their students in the school. James, you mentioned your daughter is in 10th grade. Anything else you would add in terms of people considering and having their students at school?
I would say first off that it's an amazing educational program. I'm not ashamed to say that my decision to teach at BASIS was partly based on my desire as a teacher and an administrator to be here, but it was also based on my daughter's educational needs and expectations. Thankfully, she's an amazing student, but she needed a little bit more of a challenge than she was getting in public schools in the US. And the curriculum that many schools offer around the world are not nearly as rigorous. Right now, she started as a grade 4 student and has gone through the program as a grade 10 student. Right now, in grade 10, she has 4 AP classes and 1 honors chemistry classes. So for a student who looks for an academic challenge, it's an amazing opportunity for your children to be in this school learning. When she graduates from BASIS, the opportunities are endless for her because first off, she's fluent in Chinese after 7 years of being here. Her academic background, her training, it's just top notch. So for a parent to consider this as a school, it is an amazing opportunity is what I would say.
All right. Well, I think that covers all of the questions that we had come in. That was a little bit more broad, but thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you to you, James, the entire team, everybody that's participated. I think you've all shared such great insights and information about the school. It's always a pleasure to be there when I get the opportunity, and I was there just this last week, and it's always great to see you. And Jenny, it's been so many years of a chance to be able to work and collaborate with you, that it's always fun to see you and see the great success that you're seeing.
Thank you, team. Thank you, Heather. Thanks, showing us the sunshine of Arizona.
That's right. Wonderful. Well, I will just to go back and provide information for those of you that want some additional information, as Heather had shared. You can find more information about BASIS Bilingual School on our career site. All of the open positions that we will have this year will be posted there. And again, there's experiences, personal experiences from teachers. James, I think, has a couple of posts there on our blog as well. You can see and hear what it's like to work and teach at our schools. And then, of course, you can join our talent network, talent community. Through the talent community, you'll receive notices of positions that open up or different happenings, events across the schools. And again, Jenny, James, thank you so much. Appreciate your time and sharing the insights, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, team. Okay.
Thank you,
Have a
everyone.
nice day. Have a
Take care.
great evening. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.